This is a hackathon.
Mayday, mayday, we're going down.
Cornelius eats food! Good, just look at that. Ooh. Subscribe. Hello. Jesus wept. Yoo-hoo! Well, today is a miserable and wet day in the UK. Thank God I'm flying to somewhere hopefully warmer and drier. Let's look at the state of it. Oh, it's September as well. It's just pouring it down. Wow, this isn't new. This has changed massively since the last time I was here. Look at this. It's like a transport hub in front of the terminal. I think it's been about 2 years since I've been at Bristol Airport. And I did hear about this thing. So you park now ages away from the terminal when you get shuttled in, and then you walk through this new tunnel type thing. So, hey up. It's all different. It's still building things as well by the looks of it. Okay, and this looks more familiar, albeit with no more cars going by because the road's been converted into a massive path for us passengers. But yeah, everything else seems like it always has been. So there you go. But you may have seen from the title of this video, this is not just any old travel day or travel vlog. This is a hackathon. So myself and Connor, who's been mentioned and seen on this channel before, we're going to Mallorca. We're flying from separate airports. We're meeting out there, and we're going to be doing some project work together, some application development, sort of intense working hours, face to face. And we thought we'd show the journey. It's going to be one big mega vlog for the whole 4 or 5 days that we're out there, showing behind the scenes of what we actually get up to when we're creating software, probably with wine and all sorts involved, and going out around the local area and enjoying the food. We found a nice little Airbnb sort of tucked away in Mallorca, away from sort of the tourist areas, so it's going to be quite good. So today is a flight with Ryanair, so nice and cheap and simple to hop down to Mallorca. It's absolutely heaving with people here for EasyJet and TUI. Thankfully no bags to drop off, so we can go straight through to departures. It's got a little tiny bag with me today that will go on the plane, and my haversack, which you can't really see. I've still got my hood up as well, even though it's not raining in here. I'll probably take it off in a minute. Hey, there's a kid there I almost run into. I went and bought a fast track for the security. I cannot be bothered to go through the normal lane, so £10. It's expensive, but I hate queues. And going through the dreaded duty-free as per usual. Oh, and here is Bristol Airport. It's been a long time. There's a lounge somewhere as well I can go in. Managed to find my way into a lounge. It's very crowded here, this airport. There's a lot of people for September when you think, kids back to school, people can't travel as much. Nope, very busy. But I've got a seat in the corner and I can work, get some drinks and food. It's all good. Right, almost time to board. And it's time to board. It's a bit blurry out there because of the raindrops.
Away, Matthew. Tonight, Matthew, on Starting Your Eyes. I'm the Mid-Sheena Turtles. Oh, that's Daddy. Oh, Pappy's boy. Pappy's boy and Pappy's girl. I'm Pappy girl, I am.
Mayday, mayday, we're going down.
Man's
got babe. She's over here yet? Man.
Bye bye.
Three, two, one, boom. 3, 2, 1, boom. 3, 2, 1, boom. Select.
Cheeky jet bridge and everything, what's going on? That was the most unhinged, wildest flight I've ever done, and I'll explain in a moment. But first, McDonald's, I'm hungry. Oh, cheeky nice little car over there on show. Connor has just landed, and I've been very kind and gone and got him a burger, because he wants a burger from McDonald's, and we've also got a transfer to take us to our Airbnb, so chances are the transfer person will be waiting for us outside the arrival hall, so I was like, I've been here obviously 3 hours, I'll get your burger. And that way, if the transfer guy is there, all is well. If not, you can just eat the burger and we wait for the transfer person to show up. So let's go find Connor, and then we can get to the Airbnb, and then we both have stories to share, I think, in terms of what's happened with our flights out here. So we'll share it to each other, and we'll share it to you guys. So don't worry, we'll fill you in what the hell happened. What a day. What a day. Here he is! Yo, yo. I have your Mackies for you.
Amazing.
There you go. This is rather bougie, like a whole minibus just for the two of us and his McDonald's. Well, we have our little place. I'll do a full tour of his Airbnb in the morning when there's a bit more light, because it is rather dark now, because it is 10 past 10. Oh, just tripped. Jeez. There is a... What is it with me and raised bits of flooring? Everywhere I go, there's raised bits of flooring. And this is rather irritating. So, are you ready for my story?
I'm ready.
Of what the hell happened? Probably during the sit down. Let's, you're right, this is a massive couch. Let's move my bag off of this couch. Oh! And big old Wi-Fi unit as well. And yeah, let's debrief from the things that have happened.
This table's from IKEA, I'm sure.
Tables from IKEA. Yeah, it does look rather IKEA-y, doesn't it? Well, that doesn't really say much.
No, it doesn't.
Made in China, though, so maybe it's not from
Maybe
IKEA.
it's not from IKEA.
Because I don't think they would have made it in China.
Maybe it's not.
This has got to be one of the comfiest sofas.
This is outrageous.
This is so good. I may end up sleeping here because the aircon is only in this room, which is not what we realised, and it is quite warm here, but hopefully it will filter through and cool things
I
down.
can't work from here tomorrow.
You'll fall asleep.
I need to work either on that desk or upstairs.
Or upstairs. Right. So, story for me then. So, obviously I drove from the venue for my brother's wedding.
Yeah.
So it was a 2-hour drive for me to get to the airport.
Yeah.
I also forgot how horrendous it is to get to Bristol Airport from the southwest.
Yes.
Because you go up the M5 for like an hour and you come off and it's just the slowest, most pathetic roads ever to get to quite a major airport in the UK.
Yeah.
And I forgot how much Bristol sucks for that reason for us down southwest. I'm sure it's better for those in the area or
Only
coming
just, but not really.
Only just. So obviously I went to Silver Parking because, as you know, to park at the short stay was more expensive than the flight out here.
Yeah.
And I just can't justify it. I'm stupid with money, but I cannot justify that. That just takes the piss. So I had to hand my keys over. It's the first time someone else is driving my car, which is a horrible feeling.
Amazing.
Anyway, I then got the bus to the terminal, and it's all changed there now. Obviously, I haven't been there for maybe 2 years. I think the last flight from Bristol probably would have been with you going somewhere. Whether it was Portugal, perhaps.
Possibly. Was that the last one? The last one we did?
It may have been.
I think I've flown. Yeah, I flew there a bit more recently, but
Yeah.
yeah.
So, and they have this big, massive transport hub, which is quite cool, and then you walk into the terminal or as well. I then purchased Fast Track for the security because there was a massive queue for the regular one. The airport was heaving.
Yeah.
Jet 2, EasyJet, TUI, heaving with people.
Yeah.
Obviously I had to go straight through because I didn't have any check-in baggage, so it's fine. And I was like, you know what, £10 is steep for Fast Track, but I can't be bothered to stand around. I want to sit down, get some meetings done, and get some work done before the flight. So I paid for it and got the ticket. And then the machine says you scan your boarding pass first, and if it asks for a QR code, you scan it. Because some plane tickets, I suppose, already has Fast Track. Well, the gate opened for me when I scanned the boarding pass. Didn't have to scan the other QR code. So I don't know if I just wasted £10 on the hot. I don't know if my Ryanair flight had Fast Track security. It had priority, but that I thought was just the boarding point of view because I had a case.
Yeah, it usually is.
So I don't understand.
Either that or there's just no system.
I don't know. I don't know.
I know for a fact that Frankfurt, the system is before you actually get split. So in Frankfurt, you can go through and then just join the fucking queue.
Yeah.
There's no one stopping you. So God knows.
So yeah, I have no idea what happened there. So I went through there quite speedy. Then my case got pulled up and went down the side doodah, and I was like, here we go. Although it now says you leave everything in your bag and it's fine, it always gets flagged up. And it's usually because I have a laptop and an iPad next to each other, and the scanners can't figure out what on earth it is. So I was expecting to be like, I know why it's been flagged. But then the guy grabbed the case and goes, no, this was fine. And I walked off.
It happens all the time. I'll tell you in my story as well.
Okay.
But I think these new systems are less efficient. Because
Yeah.
every f***ing case gets flagged to be looked at.
Yeah. Yeah, I've had it so much now. I have my battery packs flagged as needing to be like bomb tested in Gatwick when I did the Lanzarote trip. If you haven't seen that, go watch the Lanzarote vlog. But that caught me off guard. I was like, oh, that's weird.
I've been caught twice, and today it happened to me as well. I standed waiting for 20 minutes because there was one person who was looking at it, and she had 20 bags before mine. She picked up my bag.
Oh no!
And handed it to me after 20 minutes. She didn't even look in it.
Oh,
she
wow.
handed it to me, and I'm just there
like, what's the point?
What's this other person like? I'd be so pissed off if I was like the person having to look through the bag, because the other guy just looks at the screen.
Yeah.
I'd be slapping him silly. I'd be like, can you stop? And actually, if there's a bomb, say yes.
Yeah.
If there's not, let it through.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Oh dear. So anyway, so I did that, and I was walking through the terminal as you do, and I went to go into one of the lounges that's available on Priority Pass, which is just a horrific system these days. So I have Priority Pass courtesy of my Amex Platinum card, which is through our company. I rarely ever use it because I usually fly airlines that have their own lounges available, or I have status with the airline that allows me in. But on occasion, like when you fly from Bristol Airport with Ryanair, you want to use the lounge pass. But the lounges are so busy now because you can pay to go in. There's more than just Priority Pass that gives you access. There's others as well available, similar to Priority Pass, like for other credit card providers or whatever. Some airlines give you access as well, and they have a weird level of importance of who they allow in and stuff. So there was a virtual queue that I had to wait, and it's just I know, not everyone can fit in these things, but they're so overcrowded now that you've either got to get bigger lounges or make the entry criteria stricter. Because it's not fun when you're like, oh, you can't come in my capacity. It's like, well, what's the point in paying this massive annual fee to Amex to always be turned away on the perks that you're given? But thankfully I did get in, so I found myself a little corner, I had a little bit to eat and got on somewhere. Okay. But the TV in there, this is where it starts to get spicy. The TV in there said that the flight is delayed by 45 minutes, and gate information will be shown at 2:15. I was like, all right. Flighty and Flight Radar did not agree with that. Thought it was on time. So at 2:00, I made the decision to walk towards the gate area, and as I walked out the lounge, another TV said, boarding now. And I was like, what? And like the time that it was taken off was like very, very soon. So I ran to the gate area to then realise it was absolutely empty of a couple of people in front of me. I thought, I must be like one of the last ones getting on. This is going to be hell with the case because the overhead bins will be full and stuff. And why that TV in the lounge just talking rubbish? Maybe I shouldn't have listened to the TV and listened to the ad or whatever. And then I got in, and I was like one of the first ones in the holding area. I was like, huh. And then I realised that, then Flighty popped up and said, oh, this is now departed. I was like, well, it hasn't, because I'm sat in the terminal still waiting to board the plane. Then I realised the plane hadn't even landed yet. It was on final to Bristol. I was like, okay, so it is going to be 45 minutes late then. Yeah. It is true, but Flighty seems to have no awareness that it's late. Flight Radar didn't seem to have any awareness that it was late. They both thought, oh, it's departed on time. Yeah. So that happened. Anyway, in the holding area, there was several stag do's of real noisy, rowdy people. And just other groups that were, I don't know, going for a party weekend or whatever. It was, I said to you, it felt like I was at a football stadium for some major game. That sort of noise levels. I was like, this is mad. And I saw other people who were calmer and also getting a bit wound up by the noise levels. It was just constant roars of people, And I was like, wow, this is going to be a rough flight. Anyway, got on the flight, and I had the two noisiest people sat next to me on the entire plane, constantly getting told off. I mean, there's a little clip I may have included, I don't know, because they were constantly being rude, constantly making inappropriate jokes, especially on the day that we're flying. It's September the 11th, and they were making jokes about that quite loudly on the plane. They were told off by the crew numerous occasions. They're making loads of inappropriate comments towards women every time they walk by. And they heard, these women heard, like some of them turned around and was like, well, what the hell was that? You know, this guy had a bottle of concealed Jack Daniels that I ended up having to take a swig out of. I just had to succumb to peer pressure. And like one swig almost sent me back into my drunken state from the wedding the previous day. Like it almost undone like 18 hours of sobering up. It was ridiculous how strong, because it was neat. The bottle almost smashed as well on takeoff because it just flew back on the floor, almost at the back of the plane, banging on the mess of the seats all the way down. Like, oh my God. Oh my God. And yeah, so they were just chatting to me the entire time. They're going to Magaluf, and they're talking about, you know, sniffing coke and all this, that, and the other. You know, it's a proper.
That's Magaluf.
Yeah, that's Magaluf. Yeah, and they're like, "Oh, do you want to come with us? We can find you a spare bed. You know, come and do what we're doing." And I was like, "Nah, I've got somewhere else to be. It's all good." And stuff. And it's all the cameras like, "Oh, you do OnlyFans?" I was like, "Of course I do OnlyFans. Why else would I be recording a plane taking off? You know, that's what people want to subscribe to on OnlyFans. A plane rotating." Yeah. So that was absolutely wild. And then going through the so I actually got dropped off on a jet bridge, which is surprising for Ryanair. We got right up to the terminal.
Really?
I was expecting to walk down the steps, but no, the jet bridge. I was like, oh, okay.
I didn't.
No, yeah, you had a buzz. So, but I flew through there. They have the machines to scan your passport here as well. Same as Lanzarote, which is fantastic. So it's a lot faster, and they give a cheeky stamp at the end. Easy peasy. Still seeing these guys as well being allowed for the terminal until eventually they veered off. I think they go to the toilet. And then I found myself a nice cheeky McDonald's and had a bite to eat. And then I sat down doing a little bit of work whilst waiting for you for several hours. But it was just such a noisy, chaotic flight. Like when you're used to flying British Airways, and it's not even like the difference between economy and club, it's just the entire plane, like the decorum is so different.
It's the clientele as well.
Yeah, it's wild how different it is.
I'll get onto the clientele when it comes
to yours. Well, I think it's time for yours, so let's not hear Connor's story, because I've yabbed it on for 11 minutes.
So it starts off as you'd expect, right? I arrived at East Midlands Airport and I was like, this is actually quite pleasant. Like, it was really easy to find where I was going. I walked in, I was like, okay, it's just around here. I was like, oh, it's so lovely and quiet. Found out it was lovely and quiet because everyone else was in the terminal building. So I walked through, I'm like, great, so security's there. I have to wait like 20 minutes because even though they've got 17 machines, they only use 2. Of course. Every airport you go to in the UK, it doesn't matter how many machines they have, they'll only use 2.
Yeah.
So like I said, I go through, I do all that. I then have my rucksack, which has my laptop in it, and my liquids. Just toothpaste is in there because I realise all of my other liquids are still in Germany. And I'm like, okay. So I'm like, I shouldn't get pulled up. Big suitcase comes through, no problems. Little bag, yeah. And the queue of 200. Bear in mind that the queue was so big that they had to stop completely people coming through because they couldn't actually physically get any more trays down because they were all waiting to be looked at. And only when they realised that, they actually brought another person over to look. So yeah, it was my turn. I was ready to be like, okay, this is amazing. Can we like molest your bag and think you're your arsehole? But no, they just hand me the bag. I'm like, wonderful. So I'm like, okay, cool. There's WH Smith. I'll go get a drink, you know. I'm like, okay, a bottle of water, £4. And I was like, okay.
It's outrageous.
But it's mix and match 3 for 2. So if I buy 2 drinks, I get a third free. So I thought, if I'm going to be spending £8 on drinks, I'll just get 3. So I got water, I got Fanta, I got Coke. Fine. £8 sorted. I'm like, right, I'm peckish. I need something to eat. I go to Burger King. First off, right? Also, the layout of East Midlands is odd. I literally, it was filthy as like no one had cleaned anything. I'm like, cool, I'll add a burger, right, cool, £9 for just the burger.
I don't know why they put it so expensive in these
Just
places.
the burger.
Yeah.
And I'm like, great. I've just spent, £17? I'm just like, okay, it would have been £3 more for me to get a lounge pass. So in retrospect, I should have got a lounge pass. I should have just went and bought one.
Yeah.
Oh well, it is what it is. Then I see my plane come in. And I'm like, oh, okay, this is quite close. I'm at gate 10. And then the screen comes up, it's like gate 3. I'm like, why? Why have I got to go down there when the plane is here? Walk all the way down. Everyone on the plane walked down to gate 3.
They changed their
We
mind.
get there, and then it's changed to gate 10. And I'm like, I was just in there. So I had to walk all the way back. Luckily, I get in, I flash my tits, and they're like, cool, your priority. So I get on the plane. It was a nice plane. It was Ryanair, but we were flying with Lauda.
Yeah,
so
Lauda,
it was
yeah.
an A320.
Mm-hmm.
So I sit down. I'm thinking, okay, clientele's okay at the moment. Like, it's not too bad. And then I have 2 people next to me. They seem really respectable, really nice. And then it's like, there's one guy to the left of me who I don't really know. I'm on the aisle, so there's like,
Okay.
the left of me is kind of like almost empty. I'm like, cool. I'm gonna put my headphones on and watch Harry Potter, The Prisoner of Azkaban. So I put my headphones on. We take off. All is good so far. Next thing I know, everyone just gets up and starts moving seats, and I'm just like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, why is everyone getting up and just moving? And like, oh, do you mind if I sit there? Do you mind if I swap you now? And you're sort of like, no. I swear, every on this plane swapped a seat apart from our row. Like, every single person. And I'm just like...
To be fair, that happened a lot on my flight as well. People playing musical seats.
On Ryanair because no one wants to buy seats, which is fine. But if you're just going to get up and play musical chairs anyway, like, what's the point? And but people just kept standing up. The cabin crew were trying to get through, trying to serve drinks and that. Like, but everyone kept getting in the way to the point where I was there watching Prisoner of Azkaban, smelling ass the entire time because I had the anus of the woman who was trying to serve drinks in my face. So I'm here like the whole time, and oh mate. So I'm like, right, cool, whatever. It's loud as my noise cancelling headphones, which are very, very good, still can't cancel the noise.
Can't cancel the smell either.
That's
what Apple needs to bring out now.
But-
Is smell cancelling nose plugs.
But honestly, at the end of the day, they end up going. She goes and washes her ass in the bidet in the back, I'm sure.
Just leave stains
and
on the
then-
frigging
And
faucet.
then, like, there's these fucking people nattering behind me, people who had moved up,
Yeah,
2 girls and a guy. The guy looked like Mashtag.
Oh,
right? I swear
God.
to God. He looks like Mashtag,
God.
he sounds like Mashtag, and he was drinking as much as Mashtag. Okay.
Was he Mash? Nah, because
It wasn't-
Mashtag's in Panama.
It was not Mashtag.
It can't be, he's in Panama.
I can assure you it was not Mashtag. And he gets up and he walks for a piss, and these 2 girls are like, oh, he's so fit. And I'm just like, what are you looking at? Like, what are you looking at? Like, I was like, what the f is going on? Anyway, he comes back. They're talking absolute dog shit. I really don't know what they're talking about. It was just woof. And then
Woof, woof.
I'm just like, right, okay. Then we f***ing land. Everyone, he f***ing slammed the down as well.
Anyway.
He slammed it down. We land, and we get to a remote stand. First thing that pisses me off, there's only used 1 staircase.
Ugh.
So everyone was getting off at the front.
Yeah.
I'm there, like, I've been sat down and waiting to go. I get up, and as I get up, the 2 girls behind me and Mashtag are f***ing, like, the 2 girls push in front of me. And I'm like, can you not f***ing wait for me for 2 seconds? I lose my I'm like, can you not wait? I'm trying to go here. And they, like, run off, and the girls don't even, like, acknowledge me. And the guy's like, no, mate, you can go. And I'm like, thank you. So I get my shit down and I'll walk off. I get on a separate bus because my head is f***ing steaming. I'm just pissed off at this point. But we get off, we get in, all of this. And then the guy chases after me. He's like, I just wanted to say I'm really sorry, mate. Like, I don't know them girls. I didn't mean for them to be like, oh, my, it's cool. Like, you let me go, but the other two were just rude. And we ended up shaking hands and calling it cool.
Yeah.
But I was just like, come on. And then we got to the arrivals. I whipped out my Irish passport, I held it, and I gave them the finger as I walked past them. And I was straight through, baby.
My guy.
I was straight through, baby.
That's amazing.
But yeah, other than that, it was good. But look, Ryanair, you get what you pay for.
But there we go. Hello again. There I am. So that's been one hell of a day. It's almost time to pass out, and then tomorrow we'll start with the hackathon, which will be continuous for this. This is one big mega vlog of the entire thing, and it's going to be one hell of a thing to edit. Not only for the length, but probably because of the amount of times I've got to use the quack soundbite because of you and your potty mouth.
Right.
So it's going to be just good quack, 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 quack all the time.
Can we just use my quack? Can I just say quack?
You want to do a quack? He's going to do a quack. Good morning. Good morning. It is bright and breezy on this Friday morning. It's currently 5 to 9, which is about 5 to 8 in UK time because we're an hour ahead. So we're going to Lidl for a Lidl Shop, get some bits and pieces in. And yeah, it's about a 15-minute walk apparently by sort of the slow man's pace. And I'm sure we can do a bit faster than that. And we'll see what we can see. There's a little mini spa there as well, look at that.
It's semi-open, but...
Yeah, there's a few bits and pieces that we can see and get some supplies. And then start our day and get to work. Quite a nice view, to be honest. It feels quite tropical, you know, for a Friday morning. There's the sun. We're on a massive footbridge going over a main road, I guess. I don't know. Going over a roundabout. And Lidl is over there. I can see signage here too. Got a cheeky little pizza for lunch. Got some stuff from the bakery. Oh yeah, got some stuff from the bakery. Well, it's lunchtime, so we're going for another little wander.
Yeah, it's like browsers.
Yeah, after a morning of sort of normal work stuff that's not beneficial to us in any way, shape or form. Well, this is a pretty awesome place, to be honest. It's a very short walk from where we are staying to get to like the centre point of Manacor. I don't know if we've mentioned that's where we are, but Manacor in Mallorca is where we are staying. Again, away from tourists. Quieter.
Very quiet.
Yeah, it's very, very quiet. It's much better when you're trying to do work. You don't want to have people screaming and shouting like we had on the flights. Found ourselves some sort of church building though in the middle of the whole lot. This is really awesome. Got various different games. You've got, I don't even know what that is. It's got geese and stuff on it and whatnot. That's just like some sort of maze. And you have chess, which is fair enough. And then you have, I forget what it's called. I like playing this, like Ludo. God knows. But that's quite cool though. Just outside the. That's that church building. Are you ready for some food? Cornelius eats food. Had a bit of a freshen up, and it's time to go get some food. Day is basically over. In terms of normal duties, we're going to go enjoy some food at a local restaurant, have some drinks, and then come back and get on with a few bits of work. Because our hackathon starts tomorrow, to be honest. We're going to do a few bits and pieces tonight in preparation. So let's go and eat. There we go. This is the place. I'm not going to try and say it. Sax Bar, I don't know. That's where we're going to be eating today. On the house red wine. Let's see what it's like.
I keep doing this.
Nice. Well, Connor's getting fed. He's gone for whatever that is. Was it mushroom?
Croquettes.
Croquettes,
Yeah,
mushroom croquettes.
And patatas bravas.
Patatas bravas. Ooh. And now we have some beef tacos. This is going to be good. Just look at that. Ooh. Spicy chickiness there. And then a burger for me with some fries. Look at that. Let's get tucked in. And that was a very, very good meal. We're full, couldn't have dessert. Neither of us. I mean, we intended to, but the portion sizes were a lot larger.
It was deceiving.
It was deceiving.
You
It was very
you
deceiving.
saw the prices and thought, okay, we're not going to get much food. Like, when you see like chicken fingers, you expect to get 3 chicken fingers. There was more fingers there than on our hands
Yeah.
put together.
There was. And we still didn't manage to finish them all.
No.
You know, I indulged more than what I was planning to.
Yeah, absolutely.
So now we're going to walk it off a little bit and then probably try and find some more wine.
But it was very tasty.
Very tasty.
My my full thoughts will be on my channel.
Yes. Cornelius Eats if you want to see the full actual breakdown of the food and his thoughts, because Connor is more of the food man than I mean, you've seen the fried cheese and then I'm happy. You know, if you want to have more sophistication, go check out Cornelius Eats. Such an amazing evening for a walk. Lovely and warm. It's chill. New York is amazing. It is time for some wine. I wondered where the hell he went then for a moment. We have got ourselves... What have we got? This is what we got this morning. That. You could read it yourself.
It's a very expensive rosé from... I swear that's the Lighthouse, which is...
I'm pretty sure it is.
This might be from across the road, to be honest.
Yeah, we've walked past the place where it's been brewed.
First off, you need to get
a pizza cutter.
Your wine bottle opener.
My God.
And you just kind of, just give it a little roll, little tap, and then you can look for other things, like you can use a pair of scissors, give it a little tap, give it a twist. But if none of that works, what you could do is just use a bottle opener, to be honest.
Yeah, it would make a bit more sense, wouldn't it? Are you about to use the wrong way around?
Alright, let's go. This is like low. Like, look at it. It's like got one dangly arm. Anyway, we'll do it. So,
it's actually corked then, this one.
What if it ain't? It's about to be.
Didn't realise we picked up a corked bottle of wine.
To be honest, this day and age. This bottle opener is a bit.
Well, it didn't quite go pop, but you know.
Wait. I'll do the sound bite and then.
I love the way you're not using the wine glasses as well. Okay. Oh, it wasted in the wine. I thought you would then. Right, I'll have the one there half we're missing because...
It smells quite good actually.
That's fruity. It's like Echo Falls.
It is. Not as sweet.
No.
But it's fun. We can add sugar. Or Pringles.
Or Pringles, yeah.
Put it back in the fridge.
Pringles. Oh, we've got vinegar as well, look at this. It's bright and early again. It's a lovely day. Well, a bit more cloud cover actually. It is now the Saturday, which means our hackathon is about to begin. We go into the Lidl again quickly for just a morning walk. A little bit of sun on our skin and get a little bit of breakfast to give us a bit of energy before we get going. And then we'll be heading back and starting to build things. So we'll show basically what we're working on. Because it has been somewhat shown in previous vlogs. If you've seen the FS Weekend vlog in Amsterdam or the FS Expo vlog in Rhode Island, Providence, then you'll see the products we've been sort of demonstrating and announcing on stage, Noisy Car. And today, or this weekend, is all about creating software and stuff for that, for our wonderful customers. Hey, apple's losing my face. Wonderful customers to use. So it all sort of ties in with previous shenanigans here on the channel. If you need some water, like a little well. Well. That's an interesting shop name. And there is our little lighthouse, sort of monument, landmark that tells us which way to go to get to our apartment. Easy as that. Little burritos and some stuff from the fresh section. Simple for Connor. Got some more bread.
Got myself like a croissant with cheese and ham in it, and then I've got like a secret Iberican rice. But it looks good. I think it's got some chicken in there. Maybe some peppers. Yeah, it is quite tasty.
Easy, that's lunch sorted.
Yeah, all good.
Let the hackathon begin. But first, I thought I'd show you what we've been working on in previous hackathons, where we did it remotely rather than like in a different country together, to give you an idea of what we're creating. So, like I said, for those of you that may have watched any of the FS Weekend or FS Expo vlogs, you'd know that we talk about airline schedules and data. And one of the newest products we've been creating is our Explorer app, which allows people to explore all of our data and find different things to fly. So check this out. So once it loads and wakes up, here we go. The first thing in the morning, give it a bit of a moment, because this isn't released yet. This is still under development, but it essentially allows you to use a credit-based system. So we don't like subscriptions. And again, if you've seen some of the previous vlog series, you'll know where we're going with this. And you can see I've used no credits today, but I have used 363 this week. And it's very simple. So rather than subscribing to something and paying for something that you're not using, like we do with, like TV subscriptions and all sorts, this is more case of, as you use it, it will use a certain number of credits and you can top up whenever you want. You can also automatically top up if you want to as well. Anyway, but onto the search. You can add little filters. Say, for example, I want to do a flight with British Airways, which is what I usually do. Put them in. I can also say I want to depart from Gatwick. And then I can just go ahead and search. And then I get some results. And I have lots of different things. Obviously, I can do a lot more searching as well to make it even more sort of finite. And I can load more if I want to. There's a nice flight there. Did I just see that I did. To KMCO. To Orlando. That sounds quite good. So yeah, let's click on one of these, and then it gives you information of where it's flying from to, the times, the aircraft, the registration, how long it'll take, and the days of the week as well. So that's one of the things we created, and what we're going to make now is going to be somewhat similar, but it is for our flight data display, where we can show real life flights on here. That's currently going on. So if you have a family member, for example, who's a pilot or cabin crew, they can sync their roster to this and it will automatically wake up whenever they are on the move. So you haven't got to keep asking them what the hell they're doing. Or if you like doing flight simulation in Microsoft Flight Simulator, you can get your SimFly on here too. So again, this was demoed at FS Expo in Boston or Rhode Island in June. So go check that out if you want to see this actually in action. We're going to build the management software to configure and onboard your devices to your account. This TV is tiny. Like the size of the wall behind, the size of the picture. That is big. That is small. That is a fireplace. And a tube. For those that have seen the Lanzarote vlog, if you haven't, go watch it. I had the biggest TV I've ever seen in a hotel room. It was huge. It was so big. And now I've got probably one of the smallest ones I've ever seen in an apartment. Oh, there we go. We're not here to watch TV. We've been busy, and now we're stopping for lunch. So we will show some progress in a minute of what we've been doing, because, I don't know, maybe about half of what we've got to create has been done already, and it's only halfway through the first day of 2 of hacking away. So, it's pretty good. Subscribe. Alrighty, so we basically have the design more or less done. Do you want to... You good?
Let me just get rid of... Oh, no, it's fine. Yeah, it's cool.
Is it all good?
Yeah,
that was something spicy. Don't know how easy it's going to be to see, but yeah, zoom in and walk us through the design so far.
Right, so it's very similar to the dashboard stuff that we've done for VA systems.
Yeah, which we've shown earlier as well in the vlog.
But mainly this is now to do with what we're doing. So this
hardware
still needs to be updated a little bit to match this, but yeah. So we've got our dashboard, which is kind of the homepage, profiles, the devices, and then the credits module. The credits module you've seen, it's exactly the same.
Exactly the same, yeah.
It does all that.
Which
really,
easy.
The only two spicy ones that are important to look at are the devices and the profiles. So devices is fairly straightforward. If you go into the devices module and there is no device, then you are prompted to add a new device. This is what it looks like if you have devices already. You've got your name, your SKU, your type, model, when it was added, and then your options to either delete or edit. When you add a new hardware device, it's literally as simple as entering the code which will appear on the device, and when you click submit, it will then bring you into the actual device page itself, where you will be able to see the device details, the networks, and its usage. With the profile, it's a similar kind of method. So we've got the table here. You can click to add a new profile, same as up here. If you don't have any, it will prompt you to make one. Bit different when you add one here, because you also need to select the profile type. But again, when you do that, it will take you straight into the actual profile itself, and you can start working on the details. There's nothing in the details yet, but we'll add that.
Still working on that.
But you'll also be able to customize your data points. This has a bit more to look at. It's not final, but at the moment you can choose basically between the phases, and then you can almost see like a wireframe view of how it would display on the actual hardware itself. So you can add a data point, and with that, it will pop up a modal and you can choose kind of each data point, a bit like we did with the search for the Explorer.
Yeah, exactly. So it was all using sort of components and stuff that were done before, which is how it's really clever. It's very consistent.
The best thing about this design system is that we can literally use it for everything that we're doing.
Yeah.
And it looks unique enough to have its own identity, but equally people know it's from the VA guys, whether you want to put it in hardware or systems or
whatever else comes in the future.
Whatever we decide to do, but yeah.
It's good work. Also very lucky that we can show this stuff as well, because sometimes we're working on client projects which we can't show for obvious reasons. Other times we're working on products that we haven't even announced yet, so we also can't show that. But this, because this is all announced in Rhode Island earlier in the year, it's all public knowledge, so it's easy to show what we're actually doing. And about half of that has already been developed and actually works. It's just, the bits are not fully designed yet. They're not currently developed either. So that's as far as we got. And now it's time to go and get some food from yet another restaurant and enjoy our evening. We might do a bit more work later, depending on how we feel. But we have got a whole other day tomorrow, which is a Sunday, to do even more. And the plan for me tomorrow is to do a little bit more coding on the actual hardware itself, because I need to get it working with the codes so we can actually test out the linking of devices on the dashboard itself. So got a little bit of linking things up to do to actually get things flowing for the user experience. But first, food!
Stuhl. Ein Sattelstuhl. Yep. Yep. Well, I was pointing at something. I don't know if it's getting your face in.
Is it recording?
Yeah. Just demonstrate yourself.
Oh no, it's a crab! Well, straight on the wine in this place. We've even gone for an entire bottle as well. And that's because, although we booked the table for 7, we were told they don't start serving 2 to 7:30. Could have told us that when we booked the table, but whatever. So they said we can come and just drink, so we thought we'd go for a whole bottle. Because what else are you going to do when you have 30 minutes to spare? So, cheers. Good. I'll drink it. Ooh, Chapapi Muñeño. Fill me up, Pappy.
Sorry, ladies in the back. It's not like...
Look at our bowl of water as well. Did you get it spot on?
Almost.
Well, this is the why not burger I've gone for, which is just cheese, bacon, cheese, 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 beef, and cheese. Shall we?
Before you do.
Oh, yeah, go on then. He wants to get pictures for Cornelius Eats. He's also gone for another burger as well.
Yeah.
I went for the why not, because why not? It's cheese. I've even got the glove on as well because this is hot. Oh my god, it goes out that way. I was not expecting that. I was about to tip.
My God.
Jesus wept. And I also have truffle fries because I love truffle fries. Look at that though. That is insane. It's going to cause me problems later. That food was incredible. One of the best burgers I've ever had. I've got cheese sweats. It's that good. Cheese sweats. From all the cheese. This place is unbelievable. Why is the food in Manacor incredible? If you ever come to Mallorca, come to Manacor. The food here. Oh. There's a little lizard. He's up there. Where's he gone? There. Little lizard. So we got the bill. $57.80, right, for a whole bottle of wine, for rosé wine, 2 burgers, and then 2 of the garlic, truffle, parmesan fries. That's incredible. That's insane. This place is amazing. So, Ez Teller. That's the name of it, Estella.
It
If
might
you're in
be
Manacor, Estella, wherever you pronounce
might be
it.
Estella, yeah.
But here you are, try and decipher that if it wants to unblur. Yeah, there's a number there actually. Is that a number? Is that their number? That might be their phone number. But there we go. 07500 Manacor.
No, that's the 07500. I think is the.
It's a zip, is it not?
That's the zip code. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it'll take you to the area, wouldn't it? Put that in your thingamajiggy,
Yeah.
and that'll take you here. Come and have some burgers, can have some wine. Incredible value, incredible place. Estella, smash burgers, random thing in the window, amazing place. Go check it out. Pretty lights here in Manacor, and it is time to go for a walk around the entire perimeter of Manacor. See how long it takes. I got my watch tracking to say what we're going to do. And then, yeah, we'll just go a big circuit, the whole thing, walk off our meal, and then see, do we want to have more wine or do we want to go back to our Airbnb and drink more wine? That's the choices that's being presented amongst us. Walking. Managed to find the train tracks, and oh, I'm walking into a bush. And we'll walk past the train station. And yeah, there is literally a path you can cross over. I don't think we need to though. We'll keep walking down straight. Because yeah, we'll follow the tracks to the perimeter, but you can easily cross, which is actually quite cool. So that answers that question. And this is the perimeter road that goes around Manacor. It doesn't look like much, but I mean, as you can see, further on beyond, it is rather dark, and there's nothing there. So we are now turning left. The brightness of the light is bright, and we're gonna keep walking around the perimeter until either we get to the lighthouse or we get back to where we started, which is over there. Whoop. Let's go! I don't know if you can see, but the church is down there all lit up. You probably can't see because it's so far away. Let me see if I can zoom in. Should I zoom in? Zoom in by 2 times. It didn't really show much, but it's there. I'm walking about 53 minutes now, and we're back where we were yesterday in this central reservation bit, heading now towards the lighthouse part. So it's like the last few minutes worth of the walk to get back home, basically. Maybe 5-10 minutes from here, whatever it may be. So it's been a good one. It's been a good almost 3 miles worth of walking. So, you know, burnt off what we ate, more or less. And there is the lighthouse again, which means our road is there.
It definitely isn't a lighthouse. But
Well, it is now. I call it the lighthouse.
Yeah.
That is the lighthouse of Manacor, Mallorca. All right, whatever it's supposed to be.
so close
Forget
to
it.
the sea.
So close to the sea. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Ran out of wine. And I can't even walk straight. Completely devoured this tonight, so I need to get a fresh bottle tomorrow because the fun continues. The first day of our actual hackathon is done. And tomorrow is the second and final day before we then have to shoot off back to the UK. Briefly. Because of course, it's me. I don't hang about. So yeah, we're going to crack on with more of the work and see if we can get this thing fired up. That's the plan, is to get it all working, or mostly working. Because doing the final little bits is easy. You know, don't have to worry about that. But if we can get the majority in place, it's all good. So yeah, I'm gonna go and pass out. Until tomorrow. Shadows. It's early morning.
It is. It's very nice. Very nice morning.
It is a very nice morning. Looky, 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 looky.
Very pleasant.
It is. Oh, there's a little puck there with someone looks quite naked. What's going on? I don't know what the hell that was then. It's fine. It's a dog park and someone's wearing like almost a skin-coloured top that from a distance looked like they were walking around with nothing on. That was a strange thing for a Sunday morning, but it's all good. It's fine. I didn't even notice this dog park area yet. This is the same route we take every single day. So we go to Lidl to get a few bits and pieces. This is the second day of our hackathon. The last full day here in Mallorca before it's all over. And we go back to probably a cold and miserable England. But hey, let's see what we can get done today. I've been told to record the road for a moment. Today's breakfast choice, another cheesy twirl and this ham and cheese, whatever the hell it's called. So that will do the trick. Yay! I have to ask, was the worktop the best place to throw pizza? They don't have anything else.
They didn't have a like, wooden board that was big enough, so it was either the worktop or like my face. So
Amazing. It is wine o'clock. It has been one hell of a weekend, one hell of a day. We're basically coming to an end. there's still loads more still to do. This project was definitely a lot larger than what we anticipated as well. When we actually got sitting down talking about all the things it needs to do, we realised actually there's quite a lot that needs to be designed and created. However, Connor has more or less finished the designs, and he has created a static version of the site, which is what we do before we create the dynamic version that hooks up to all of our cloud stuff and real data, just to make sure that it looks the way that it should behave. So let's have a look. Right, take it away.
So this is the dashboard.
Dashboard.
This is the dashboard page. It's very similar to our other dashboard. It has quick links into what needs to be where, basically. So we have more or less an overview of what's here on the navigation. So we have the timetable, the profiles, the collections, the devices, and, you know,
any help you might need.
Nice little link to the resource center, which will be on the actual website itself.
So you can do some learnings.
Yes. But yeah, pretty easy, pretty cool. It's more or less responsive, which is amazing. And yeah, so that's cool. Next up is the timetable page. So this is the timetable page with timetables actually applied. So if there is no timetable, then we will get this no results page here.
And a new flight.
And if you click that, then it will bring up this modal here, where you will add in the flight number, the date, and then once you do that, you'll be able to submit, which one would then in turn add a new item here where you can edit or kind of delete. If you click edit, it more or less just opens up the modal again. Right, so next is the profiles. Again, like the other one, it's the no results page. Similar layout. If you do it, you want to create a new profile. So new profile modal, you would put in your name or choose your profile type. Live flight, MSFS, and then
it's worth mentioning as well that this works with live flight information to display on the device, or you can attach it to your Microsoft Flight Simulator to show a simulated flight.
Yes. So
you have flexibility.
Equally there, we will have, you know, the profiles here. We have our action items here, so edit, duplicate, and delete. I still need to create the pop-up that basically kind of shows up here, so you know what's actually you're clicking on. But yeah, so that's all good. Then you will go to devices, and again, it's very, very similar. So if you go to devices, you would have no results. You click to add a new device modal. Again, name, the code that your device will show, and then you would then show up here. So you have your device, your SKU, you know, the type and that. And yeah, if you want to edit your device or go into it, then you have a bit more that you can see. So the first thing you will see is your device's details. So in here you have the device details. You can go on the top, look at the different settings you can organize. You've got sleep mode, networks, and usage. We have them done as well. So let's go to sleep mode. At the moment it's quite simple. You just kind of put in your start and end time for when you want sleep mode to happen. With your networks, you just have a name of all of the networks and the IDs it's attached to, and then it's more or less the same for the other ones. So we have, where are we, devices, usage, and then at the moment it's not actually putting anything in here, but I will.
But it will do.
It will do that. But yeah, other than that, it's all good. The credit stuff is more or less exactly the same as before.
Other stuff, yeah.
This needs to be updated to be the same colour as the last trip. We made a small change on that.
Yeah, we got rid of the green, didn't we, just to have it more consistent. Yeah.
But yeah, so more or less done across the board now. A few more little things to do, a couple more components to make, and just a bit clearing up here and there. But pretty good effort, really, to say that we started designing this
yesterday.
Yesterday, and we've designed it, and we've done the entire front end within 2 days, really.
There we go. Just got to hook it up to the real thing and away it goes.
Yeah, that's it now. That's it.
And today I've been battling with the actual device itself. I've had to do device key management. So every time these get provisioned with the software, they get a private key sort of burnt onto the device itself. And there's code needed to manage that key to make it available to the rest of the software, so that when it talks to our cloud to say, hey, I need information. Do I exist as a device, and can I get what I want to get? It sends that down the pipe with some special whatever the hell goes on with it, some security madness. So I've been building that. It seems to be working-ish. It's not been fully tested, but the software does successfully build. So it's a good start. Doesn't throw any errors. I need to fire it up, but I'll probably do that once I'm back home because it's a little easier because this device has to talk to my local machine because the cloud is currently just my laptop. It's not published yet. And it's a little bit easier to do that when I'm in my home network because it's more suitable for it rather than using a guest network in some random Airbnb. So that's really good. Progress being made on there as well. And once I have that working, because I got to have that device show the code, so as you saw a minute ago, where you want to add a device, you put in the code. I've got to get both those things working so I can actually test to make sure, because I can't build all those actual pages where you manage devices and profiles until I can get an actual real device linked to my account. Because right now I don't have a device linked to my account because the functionality isn't quite there. But it's very, very close. And yeah, so we've been enjoying wine this evening. Because it is the last night. Tomorrow we're going to fly back home. Mainly because I've got a whole other place to get to in a couple of days' time. So make sure you keep an eye out for that, because it's probably going to be a vlogathon, meaning probably daily vlogs, because there's so much going on now for me for the next month or so that I'm going to have to release a bit more frequently than what I usually do. So yes, we're going to start wrapping things up. Work will continue on this in the background as well, and I'm sure I'll continue to show things anyway as I'm traveling around, as we always do, because as per usual, always hit you in the face then, as per usual, the whole point of this channel is to show behind the scenes of Dark Ocean, all the things we do and why we do a lot of the traveling that we do. So hopefully you found this interesting to actually see this is what we're doing behind the scenes when we're flying here, there and everywhere. So yeah, let's wait. Oh my gosh. Let's wait until the morning and get ourselves back to a very rainy, wet, miserable UK, but only for a couple days, and I can escape! Yahoo! It's bright and early on a Monday morning, and before we leave this Airbnb, I completely forgot to do a tour. I never showed you. I said I would. Then got distracted with writing software, drinking wine, the usual suspects. So let's show you around this place, because this place is actually really, really nice. So first of all, we're at the front door. Like so. We have a little place to put the key. We have pictures all over the place of all sorts of random abstract things. We have coat hangers and a brolly, because it does rain in Mallorca, and when it does tend to pour. We have a bedroom off the side here. Excuse the mess in the bag and stuff, but drawers. You got a thicker blanket up there, for the colder months if you need it. Nice little central light, more random pictures and paintings and stuff, and a big old cushion. We then have the bathroom itself, which is quite nice. I mean, it's a bit weird coloured at the top, but a bit yellowy, but the rest of it is very modern. Very, very good, although the shower does sort of somewhat escape a little bit. It doesn't do a very good job at keeping the water inside the shower. As you can see, the mat there is a little bit on the wet side. And then in here we have another bedroom. Oh my god! And the one and only Connor. This is 2 beds. Connor chose that one. Did not choose that one.
I don't know why the vibe, because I was feeling this one more.
You're feeling that one more. That is fair enough.
I think it's because it was closer to the door for the breeze.
Sure. Then we have the lounge and the massive sofa that we've been chilling on. It is very comfy and very easy to fall asleep as well. We have a fireplace for, again, colder months. There's no sort of heating. There is an aircon unit, the one up there. Ooh, there it is. You have my little workstation where I've been doing stuff. You see at the moment, I'm sorting out thumbnails for upcoming videos. Look at that, look at my face. There you go, a bit of behind the scenes there of the channel. We have an upstairs as well, which I'll do before I go into the kitchen. There's not really much up here other than a booby picture and extreme heat. And yeah, you have more of a seating area. I haven't used this, to be honest. There is another door there, but there's locked, so that's for something else. Big old bookshelf with books and games. You got a 5 game set, you got Uno, Scrabble, I think somewhere. Yep, Scrabble down here, and Trivial Pursuit. Some fans if you needed it. That means I could have come in handy actually in our rooms. And then yeah, little seating area, but it's far too warm up here. Nice view of the garden and the trees that we have. And there is like a little roof type thing. There's nowhere to actually sit out there, but you can if you want. Anyway, down we go again to the kitchen. God, the temperature difference up there though, it's wild. And here we have a very yellow kitchen with all sorts of bits. It's a very well equipped kitchen. It's very, very good. Got microwave to the side, oven, fridge, loads of random things in the pantry sort of room there. We have another fireplace down here, plates and all sorts in there. Dining room, table, chairs, and our garden. We have a little garden area. Little Hoover as well. And yeah, clothesline if you want to do some washing. There you go, an outdoor area which we haven't really used, to be honest. But we have got it. Our little hose pipe to squared away intruders. And an elephant. But that is our Airbnb. It has been very, very good. I'm going to turn off the lights now in the kitchen. We won't be going in there again. We are getting picked up in about 40 minutes. So last few bits and pieces before we hit the road and get back to the airport. Our flights aren't until the evening. Connor's is up like 6-ish, whatever it is. 6, roughly?
Yeah, I think it's 10 past 6. 10
past 6. Mine's more like 9, 9:30 or something stupid. So, whereas I had to wait for Connor 3 hours at the airport for him to arrive, I then got to stay behind for 3 hours all my own. Like getting a whole extra 6 hours in Mallorca more than Connor. Great times. But that's what happens when you fly back to different airports. But yeah, and then back to the UK. As I said earlier in the vlog, or maybe like 10 minutes ago, temporarily I'm back in the UK before the next adventure. So stay tuned for that. But first, it's travel day, it's airport fun, it's spicy Ryanair. Let's hope for a quieter flight. You know, if there are going to be hooligans on there, I hope they're all partied out and they can just sleep it off. Because I really can't be bothered. It's a late flight. And then I got to drive 2 hours to get home and then up early the following morning. It's the life. Woohoo! We've made it to the airport. It's an amazing day out there. Not a cloud in sight. The mountains are amazing. Planes everywhere. People everywhere. Wow. I'm going to be a silhouette with this clear blue sky behind me. But we made it for security. That took like 2 minutes. It's so fast. So fast. This airport certainly knows how to do it in an efficient way. Me and Connor are both working on various things. It's almost lunchtime. We don't yet have access to a lounge because the lounge is here only 4 hours before departure. Now, we're going to try and get into one at 2 o'clock-ish, because that's more or less 4 hours before Connor goes, but maybe not so much for me. So we'll see if they're kind or whether they're horrible. There's a Popeyes around here, though, so we get some chicken. As if Connor's walked us through a duty-free, not only duty-free, a massive duty-free. What is this sacrilege? As if we're going for another duty-free after we go through passport control to get the other part of the terminal.
I believe they call this the duty-free.
The duty-free. But here, look. Popeyes. Oh, this is going to be good, and it's quiet. It's right. Oh, time for some chicken. Chicken! My name is Uvas. And Connor's is Cornelius. Cornelius eats food. Oh, this is good. Chicken with spicy and mayo. Cajun fries. Nuggies. Nesty. Oh, ourselves a nice little lounge access for the next few hours. A good old selection of warm food and little mini pizzas and all sorts. Cakes over there, some of them. And drinks. Cheers. It's time for Connor to go. Where's your flight? Where's your flight? Where is it? Oh, it's the third one on the list. I can't even see. There you go. A11 is where you're going. East Midler. East Midler.
Nottingham Airport. But yeah, I'm off.
You're off. I got to wait another 3 hours. Where's mine? Mine's there. Fourth down on the second TV. Apparently boarding at 20 past 8. I highly doubt it. It'd be more like 9 o'clock.
20 past 9.
Throw us, yeah. Do get here on time.
Incredible.
Damn. We have a safe flight until the next hackathon or trip or whatever the hell it is that we do next. It won't be long.
No, I think it'll be... Ooh, what will it be?
It'll be Germany, won't it? It'll be Germany and then France. There we go. Yeah. Spoilers for the older for people. Stay tuned.
Oh yeah. 2030.
Bye. On to board the plane. Jesus Christ. longest walk ever. Miserable weather in England, as predicted. It is pissing it down and it's cold. But to the transport exchange thingamajiggy, interchange, whatever it's called, and then to Silver Park and get my car and get home. And just like that, home once again. That was horrendous. Absolutely horrendous. The plane was late, as per usual, so I still haven't done a single Ryanair flight where things are on time. I'm pretty sure they lie about their on-time rating as well. There's no way they have as good an on-time rating as they claim. Ridiculous. When I got to the gate, my bag was ever so slightly wider than what it was supposed to be, so they charged me €50 to put it into the hold, which meant I also had to take the electronics out of it and put it in my other bag, which then made that ridiculously heavy. It's stupid. They make these baggage rules so small that if you do find a bag that fits the sizing, you can't fit anything in it anyways. What's the point? I already paid extra to have the bag on board and stuff, and but then no one took the bag off me. So the bag went on the plane anyway, and in the overhead like I was always going to do, because I did it on the way out, it wasn't a problem. So I just wasted €50. Brilliant. Then they slammed it into the ground. The plane. Not the bag. The plane. Absolutely slammed it into Bristol. Which, just typical Ryanair. They don't know how to land planes. And then we went to a remote stand because, of course, it's 11 p.m. and they don't want to park near the terminal. To wait for everyone to get on the bus. And then the bus took us literally like 10-second drive to the drop-off point, but at the far end of the terminal, so you had to walk the entire distance. There is a closer one right by security or passport control, whatever. Nah, again, 11 p.m. Don't want to drive that far. Minimal effort. So everyone had to do a massive march. And then, then obviously it's a huge wait to get onto the bus to then get to the parking area. And then it's absolutely chucking it down with rain as well. So everyone's getting soaking wet and it's cold. But that's enough moaning. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. But I'm home and it's time to pass out. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe. It means a massive amount. We want to do more of these hackathons, more of these things are planned. Don't forget to keep an eye out for the next vlog series as well, because it's going to start in 2-3 days time for me. I mean, it may actually be 3 days in terms of when this comes out as well. I have no idea, but keep an eye out. Bye!